Hi, my name is Kat, and I had vertical sleeve gastrectomy on August 8th, 2018. I had a high starting weight in February of 2018 of 370 pounds. I'm 5'5" and 47 years old. My program has a weight you have to do a diet before you are approved for surgery, and I had to lose 40 pounds, and I lost that, and then another 10 before my surgery date in August. I was 320 pounds on my surgery date, and as of today, and the program ends closed, I am 261 pounds. So that is a total weight loss of 109 pounds. Yay. I already said it was 50 before the surgery, so that's 59 after. And it's a weight loss this week of 5 pounds. And I'm like really kind of amazed by that because I thought I had, since last week, I think last week I only lost like a pound or a pound, 1.4 pounds. Um, I was pretty sure, that, oh, well, this will be the first time that I'm home all the time with my husband. We did go out a couple of times, not as much as I thought we would, but we went out to eat a couple of times, and then we had a party on New Year's Eve, and I thought for sure. I did not, like, what's interesting is around Thanksgiving, some of you, like those of you who watch my videos, know I eat mostly keto. Even though that's not part of my program, I chose to make it my program, which means that like my doctor likes a low carb, but well, he likes higher carb than I do, but he also likes a lower fat program than I do, and I don't believe in the low fat works. I believe protein, yes, protein is important. Protein is the main ingredient, I think is a main ingredient of everything I eat, really. Um, Mostly. I have a couple of candy things that aren't so much protein, but they have some protein in it. Um, but anyway, I digress. But for Thanksgiving, I gained a little around Thanksgiving, and I think that part of that was I did have some carbs. I did cheat a little bit. I had somebody brought brownies in that were very good. I had like two small brownies. They were pretty small, like small brownies. Um, but um, yeah, I didn't cheat. I ate probably more than I should have on occasion, but everything I ate was keto. Um, and I didn't even eat as much candy, and I say candy, and it's really candy. I liked Evolved Eating's keto butter cups, which are like coconut oil based, not sweet, no sugar, um, Reese's style cups, and I had been having those every day. And while I was home, I had more pleasant things to distract me than I have at work. So I didn't feel the need to have it. And actually, today was my first day back at work since taking off the Friday on the 21st. So not quite 2 weeks, but I it was the first day that I went back, and I thought, oh, I'll bring cups, and then I forgot the cups, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm just not going to eat this. But when I got on the scale this morning and I saw that I had dropped, because I had dropped another, like, it was almost 2 pounds from yesterday to today, and I was really impressed with that. I don't think this is normal. I don't think I can keep this for a long period of time, but I started really thinking about like what I did differently while I was home this past week. I lost pretty consistently every day. Maybe one day I didn't drop, but I was losing some every day. Um, Usually like zero point 0.4 or 0.6 or zero point 0.2 even, but it was something every single day. And I had discovered that if I eat steak, it's good, but I didn't eat steak this week. I really didn't. I had mostly ground beef, either in the form of a hamburger or we went to a friend's house and they very sweetly made carb-free lasagna. And I had this, well, I haven't had it before, but I had heard about it before with noodles. She wanted to make it in her Instapot, but she used a lot of people use zucchini noodles, and she decided not to. So she just did it in the pot, and it was basically a mix of ricotta cheese, mozzarella cheese, and a little bit of spaghetti sauce and low carb spaghetti sauce, and ground beef. If I didn't say that, ricotta cheese, mozzarella cheese, ground beef, spaghetti sauce. Probably some more herbs and stuff in there, but that's the basics of it. And I adored it. And I even said, it's like, well, if you have more leftovers than you want, I will take some leftovers. And I found out my husband didn't like it as much as I did, which is okay because I think I might make it to take for lunch because I've been reheating it for lunch or dinner a lot this last week because, you know, she gave us probably a chunk about this big, you know, to take home. Like, you know, one of those glad, you know, things, and it was fairly full. And I was like, wow, she made a lot. I don't think everybody ate as much as she wanted. And when she even, while we were there, she dished up the dishes, and she dished up mine. I'm like, oh, Gina, that looks delicious, and I am very excited to eat it, but I am not going to be able to finish that much. I didn't say why. I just said I wasn't going to be able to finish. And she's like, oh, no problem. And she put, you know, it's like I would rather ask for more if I'm still hungry than have to, you know, don't waste any. And she's like, oh yeah, no, it's no issue. And so so I'm gonna have to get that recipe from her because I've been eating it. It's reheated very well and it tastes really yummy to me. And I miss pasta. And what's funny because I like Italian food and I like pasta, but I don't like, I can have that and I feel like I'm having lasagna, even though I'm not having pasta. I feel like I'm having lasagna and it's very good. If I get the recipe and if anyone wants it, I will share it. But it's just basically cheese and meat. So, which, as you guys know, has been my meal plan for most of these 21 weeks. Has been cheese and meat, cheese and meat, cheese and meat. And so, since I've been released to meat, it's been pretty much that. Differently seasonings, you know, Mexican cheese and meat, Italian cheese and meat, you know, like, I don't know, there's, we have some interesting steak, butter, garlic stuff that's just, it's yummy. But anyway, I was really happy with that loss, but I realized it's like, okay, so I know that the steak does good, and I know that low carb does good, but what this week, you know, has made me lose more than I have been losing. And I realized my husband and I have been sleeping in. And yeah, we've been sleeping in almost every day this week, or we just I haven't had breakfast. Like I can check my thing, but I don't think I've had breakfast. So now I'm curious. So you're going to watch, I'm going to talk while I am checking this, but I use the program Berrytastic just because I like all the pill reminders. It's very helpful for me instead of I really like MyFitnessPal, but I oh, apparently I didn't log it all on what the hell? Well, I know I've eaten. That's just weird. Because all of a sudden it's saying, oh, you haven't had any, all of this is weird. I'm going to dump the program and open it again because I am pretty diligent about logging. I may not log a meal and go back and do it later, but especially if I'm at a party or something, but that was just saying I hadn't logged anything for a while, and I'm like, that doesn't seem right at all. The first I didn't have breakfast. 31st I did not. 30th did not. Now let's see. 29th. I did have breakfast on 28th. Not the 27th, and I have no calendar from last month. Yeah, so the 28th was the only day that I had breakfast, and the reason I remember why that was a day that we were going to be going out, and I knew I wasn't going to be able to eat lunch until like 2 o'clock. So I had breakfast that day. but I hadn't, most of the days I didn't have breakfast. So I was sort of doing intermittent fasting. And usually what happens is I get up, actually, like even sometimes this week, I would like get up to go to the bathroom at 6 o'clock in the morning, but we weren't coming out of the bed yet. And I'd be like, oh, I'm super hungry, I'm super hungry. And I'm like, I'm just gonna go back to bed. I'd go back to bed, and by the time I woke up, I wasn't really hungry anymore. And I would just wait until 12 or 1 o'clock, and I would have lunch then. And that's what happens pretty much every day this week. Some days we ate like 1 or 2 o'clock, and I was still okay. So today I got to work, and I hadn't planned for, I had planned for lunch, but for some reason I forgot to plan for breakfast, because my standard breakfast is a couple of 2 links of sausage that I got, and I had a brand that I really liked, and they were really good, and this new brand I do not care for. And I don't even know what's the difference. I mean, it's a different brand, but it's still pork sausage, and I'm just like, this tastes weird. I don't want it. So I started just doing steak for breakfast, but now I'm like, you know what? I'm going to see if I can make it to noon. Like, I'll eat at noon if I'm really hungry, but if not, I'm going to see if I can make it to 1. I actually made it to 1:20 because by the time I made it to 1, I had something going on at work and I couldn't do anything right then, so I made it to 1:20, and that was fine. I know this does impact how much protein I'm getting in, and you know, maybe I'll be concerned, but I don't. You know, if I see a drop of energy or something like that, then I'll worry about it. But honestly, my program doesn't give you a goal of protein to reach, because they don't want you using protein shakes. They also don't want you using high fat, which I'm using. I mean, I'm not super high fat, but you know, I just don't. Majority of the fat that I get in is from protein sources, like fatty steak. Well, not fatty steak. That's a problem. It's like moderately fat steak, moderately fat pork. Yes, I do bacon, but I actually do blot it just because I like tastes better when it's blotted. I don't, but it is regular bacon. So I'm gonna see if it was just, you know, a miracle of my body going like, hey, I'm ready to drop weight, and dropping the 5 pounds, or if I can trick my body into losing more weight faster. I had a couple of cool non-scale victories. I have what my husband calls a hope chest, which is basically a Rubbermaid container full of clothing that I got to, you know, like, I'd like to get in this someday. It's like, and I've actually been using sales to be like, okay, you know, this is good, or I'm trying to buy anything that's going to be a temporary piece of clothing on sale. So I will, you know, like I went to Old Navy during the clearance sale, and I got a couple, like a T-shirt, and then I was going to get like an XXL, and because I thought, well, it's a $3 or $4 T-shirt, and I'm like, I'll get it that way. I won't feel bad about it. And for some reason, I tried it on, I think, and I realized it's a little big. And I found an XL in the same T-shirt, liked it, still $3, and I put it on, and it fit perfectly. So I'm like, oh my God, I'm, you know, like depending on the company and the style, I am an extra large T-shirt size. That's incredible. I had a jacket that I had picked up a while ago, and it was like a moto style jacket, but it was sort of in a slightly stretchy faux suede. And I had gotten in a large because I figure, you know, hopefully that's the size I'll land on. I actually think I'm probably going to land a little smaller, and now I'm hoping for a medium, or maybe a small, but medium would be great. But and I tried it on, and it fit. Like, I could wear it. It was tight in the sleeves, and it wouldn't closed completely, but it was fit, and I was just like stunned, and I was thrilled. And then when we went to Old Navy, I found that exact same jacket in a camel color instead of a teal, in an extra large, and it was like $15. And I'm like, you know what? For $15, I'm going to buy this now so I can wear it and feel comfortable in it, because it's freaking cold here. For the Bay Area, it's freaking cold. And I love it. I adore it. I've got, like, I've been wearing a size 20 jean from Lane Bryant, and because a while ago, God, that was beginning of November, I decided I needed a new pair of jeans, and I wanted to get something cheap at Old Navy, but they didn't have the plus sizes in the store. So I picked, like, I figured I needed a 20, and that's what I ended up getting at Old Navy, but they didn't, getting at Lane Bryant, but they didn't have them in Old Navy. I think they had 16, maybe 18, but that was just too small. But I got it anyway because it was I think $15 for jeans, and I figured I'll just hold on to these. So I ended up paying $70 for a pair of size 20 Lane Bryant jeans, and I've been wearing the crap out of them. Like, I'll come home and then switch into sweats and wash them so I can wear them, for work all the time. But I'm starting to feel like when I first started wearing them, they were snug. But the pants I had been wearing before were falling off me. So snug was a good thing. These are starting to get loose now. So I did buy they had like a buy one get one half price. So I bought a size 18. And I probably should have just skipped the 18 and gone to the 16. But anyway, I bought a size 18 as well. I haven't tried them on yet, but I think they're going to fit soon if they don't fit now. And that's part of the thing. I have to try on everything in the damn help chest fairly often, or else I might miss the size. Like, oh, now this is too big. But that's a good problem to have, and it's a problem I like having. I also, my husband and I, on New Year's Eve, we went through our t-shirts. Like, I was having trouble closing my t-shirt drawer because he had lost some weight, and he had passed on some of his favorite shirts that he knew I liked to me, thinking, oh, you'll be able to wear these soon. And a couple of them I just had to let go altogether. But I went through and I picked out the shirts that I love and that fits. I kept a couple bigger ones. I have one big pair of jeans and one big pair of and one large shirt that I'm going to keep, just so I can look back at the size that I used to see. I see people who like put the clothing next to each other so they can see what they used to do. My program says, like, my case manager is like, oh no, you shouldn't do that. You should just get rid of all your clothes. You can just go to the store if you want to see what size. And I'm like, no, that's bullshit. I want to see stuff that I had tried on and worn and see how that works. But yeah, I have space. I had so much space that I could put some of the close to fitting hope chest items into my drawers. So that's awesome. It just means that everything when I reach in there either fits or will fit soon, and that kind of feels great. So anyway, I'm excited. 5 pounds down is great. Starting off the new year as strong as I hope to be. I will be doing my 5 month. Yeah, it's got to be. It's not 6 month yet, is it? No, it's 5 months. I'll be doing my 5 month photos and measurements and everything this time. But it was nice to go to see friends on New Year's Eve and have one of them say, I think you're smaller now than you've ever been since I've known you. And that felt good. Don't know if it's necessarily true, but it felt good. And I'm feeling good. I'm still having pretty great you know, like no real big side effects. And although I started to get pain, I have had to have a lot of root canals. My teeth are just very weak. They're not strongly calcified, and they never have been. Um, and it's genetic. My mom has the same thing. So I am going to the dentist tomorrow to get my teeth cleaned and also to see if they can if I'm going to need to have another root canal, because that's not my favorite thing to do. But honestly, people out there who are scared of root canals, the root canal is much less painful because they numb you up before they do that. It's annoying as hell and it's expensive and if you don't have coverage, but it's much less painful than what causes you to need a root canal. So if somebody says you need a root canal or you think you might, it's much better than having the pain. So anyway, thank you. I hope you have a great week, and I'll talk to you next week. Oh well, I'll probably next week. I made you one thing on Wednesday because Monday is my monthly check-in, or maybe I'll just do a really quick monthly check-in on Monday. But anyway, bye.